Hey guys, we're getting ready to go live. Ask the doctor in a few more minutes. We're going to let you listen to some music, and then we'll be back live. So get your questions ready. All right.
Ask the Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 60 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 30 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lange begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lange. Sponsored by Lange Eye Institute and Fortifeye Vitamins. Dr. Lange is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lange.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual for getting close to 30 years now. I've been hosting Ask the Doctor since April of 1993. Remember, this show is dedicated to you, the listener, so no matter how simple or complicated your question is, I always try to answer it to the best of my ability. The phone number is 1-877. I lost the phone number. So anyway, I'll give you the phone number here in just a second, but it's missing. So most of you have the phone number, and you'll be able to give me a call here shortly. If you're new to the program, who's Dr. Lange? Well, I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I'm also a certified nutritional specialist. Founded Lange Eye Care and Associates March 15th of 1993. Lange Eye Institute about 12 years ago. Fortifeye Vitamins about 15 years ago. And once again, this show is dedicated to you, the listener. We're broadcasting through the entire world globally. For the entire world globally through social media and also on a multitude of radio stations as well. So once again, give me a call here. You can learn a lot more about what I have to offer at drmichaellange.com. That's simply drmichaellange.com, drmichaellange.com. And that actually goes to a really cool section I've been working on, a blog section. And you got to check out the blog. I'm going to post a new blog on Monday afternoon, all about weight loss, okay? Last week we talked about weight loss, and we got a lot of orders for our new weight loss bundle. If you go to fortifeye.com, there's a weight loss bundle. It's $96, includes the shaker, it includes the superfood, your choice of protein, the enzymes, and the probiotics. That would be, much higher price than that. It's about a 40% discount. If you spend over $150, you can use the streaming code at the top of fortifeye.com that gives you another 15% off plus free shipping. I mean, you're netting down to almost 50% off on that weight loss bundle when you do that. Remember, weight loss or weight management is one of the best things you can do at promoting overall wellness, boosting your immune system, and decreasing the chance of you having disease. And if you do have some sort of disease, helping to, curb the negative side effects. Now, when we talk about weight loss, obviously we talk about less caloric intake. We need exercise. We need, sunshine, believe it or not, the right foods. And that's why we combine the Lange, the new weight loss bundle at Fortifeye Vitamins with the Lange Survival Diet. I've actually redone the Lange Survival Diet recently. You can go and just Google Lange Survival Diet. And I've added some things because I listen to all you guys. And, people that are on the diet, they said there's not enough for us to eat. So I added spinach, but you have to boil the spinach for at least 5 minutes. That reduces the oxalates. I added hazelnuts. You got to soak the hazelnuts overnight. I added some pseudo grains, amaranth, dehulled quinoa, and buckwheat, right? So this is kind of like rice, oatmeal, pasta, whatever. But I added those pseudo grains, but you do have to wash them thoroughly, soak them overnight, and then ultimately sprout them or boil them or ferment them. And that's all on the blog at drmichaellange.com or on the survival diet. And I added a few other things. Believe it or not, all of you bread fanatics, sourdough bread. So the sourdough bread has to be made from the Lange Survival Diet nutrients, however. So you still can't use wheat, barley, and rye for the gluten, but you can have sourdough bread in moderation. I usually say these pseudo grains are sourdough bread 3 times a week. So I changed the Lange Survival Diet. Talking a little bit more about weight loss, there's one thing that you can do that's very simple. All of you can do this very easily, and you do it already to lose weight. As a matter of fact, studies have indicated you can lose up to 55% more weight by simply doing this, or 55% more fat, I should say, because they actually gauge the fat. And what is that? Sleep. Believe it or not, sleep. So is that pretty cool? So sleep-deprived people lose weight, fat 55% less than people that get 7 hours of sleep. So if you're on a weight loss diet, if you're trying to take that weight off, if you want to be healthier, kickstart your immune system, it's not 5 hours of sleep, it's not 6, it's 7 hours of sleep. So go for 7 hours of sleep. That's pretty easy. At midnight, and you go to bed, you get up at 7, right? All right, we got a few people loading up on the phones. We're getting ready to take those calls, but first, go to fortifeye.com. That's Fortifeye, fortifeye.com. Check out all the new bundles I did during this pandemic to give everybody a really good break. So we package things together that help boost your immune system and target specific areas. Go to fortifeye.com, look at those bundles, save some money. Remember, use the 15% off code that streams at the top of the website, and you get free shipping when you spend $150. But that's another 15% off. All right, I see that we're coming in loud and clear on News Talk 820 and the Sky, WSKY 97.3 FM. Certainly, we also on News Talk, 860 The Answer here in Tampa Bay and 930 The Answer in Sarasota. I'm going to give you the phone lines, 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Also, for those of you that do not have internet access, and that's a lot of you, the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamins, get a pen. I'm going to give it to you twice. This goes directly to the Lange Nutrition Center where corporate headquarters for Fortifeye Vitamins is, and that's in Ocala, Florida. That phone number is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Now remember, the reason I wanted you to soak and sprout and wash those pseudo grains, amaranth, buckwheat, and quinoa, why? It's to get rid of the anti-nutrients that we've been talking about on this program. Anti-nutrients are protease inhibitors, lectins, phytic acid. There's a few others as well. So that's why we soak, we wash, we soak, and we boil, or we wash, we soak, and we sprout, or we ferment. It makes these foods that have anti-nutrients that block the absorption of many minerals and vitamins and also disrupt the microbiome in your gut and make it healthy for you. All right, we're going to the phones. Let's see. I think everybody knows who's first. It's got to be Bob. Let's go to the phones. Bob, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Dr. Lange. It's wonderful to talk to you this 4th of July weekend.
It is, and I want to wish everybody a very happy, healthy 4th of July weekend as well. So thanks for the call.
Dr. Lange, thank you. I have just a quick question for you this morning. We all know that antibiotics are indiscriminate killers in so much as that it doesn't know whether it's a good bug or a bad bug, it kills it. So once one has been on a regimen of antibiotics, how long does it take for the body to recover from that damage and renew the flora and the gut?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't know if anybody has the magic answer for that. It all depends on a lot of things: your weight, your size, your metabolism, your diet. Okay. So obviously somebody that's relatively thin, that's eating a lot of fermented food and pickled food and not drinking chlorinated water and is taking probiotics on top of that, they're going to recover much faster. The microbiome in their gut is going to be nourished much quicker. But the typical American on the typical pro-inflammatory diet that's eating all the processed food, drinking the chlorinated and fluoridated water, not taking any probiotics, not eating any fermented or pickled food, I mean, they could take a lot longer. And the problem is these people that are on antibiotics, short-term and long-term antibiotics, they start to develop some serious health problems related to the negativity of these antibiotics, like you said, killing off the good bacterial flora in your gut. So especially if they already have a gut problem, irritable bowel, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, anything like that, it can be aggravated. So they can get chronic diarrhea or just the opposite, constipation. They can get bloating, severe pain. And remember, the digestive system is kind of like your second brain. It's crucial for your digestive system to be working correctly in order to have a healthy immune system. So right now, during this pandemic, we all want a healthy immune system. So I'm preaching everybody, eat some fermented food, some pickled food, take your probiotics. Chew your food frequently also, because remember, the beginning of digestion starts in your mouth. The amylase enzymes start to act on the food and start to break it down from chewing. So chew your food at least 30 times before you swallow it.
All right. Well, that's going to take a 5-minute lunch and turn it into an hour, isn't it?
Yep. And most doctors now are starting to recommend probiotics for their patients when they're on antibiotics. Good doctors are. But that's why I love doing this show, Bob, because we're educating the public. So anybody on an antibiotic, take a probiotic with it or eat gobs of fermented foods.
Excellent. Very good answer once more. You can be on the air next week?
I should be live, good Lord willing, next week. I've taken off a little bit longer for the racing because, there's nobody in the stands. There's no camaraderie at the track. It's nothing. It's kind of boring, So I'm probably taking off another month from racing. Maybe I'll just go out and take the car off over the causeway and get some thrills. But I don't know. I think that Johnny Law might not like that. So maybe I'll just stay at home and be a good boy.
Well, that's a good idea, but it's unfortunate that 180 miles an hour by itself isn't enough to get your motor running.
I could change my mind. I might have to head up to Road Atlanta soon. You never know.
Yes, I imagine that will happen. Well, again, Dr. Lange, have a nice 4th of July. Give my best to Tammy and Mackenzie and the rest of the kids. And Lord willing, we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Bob. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bob's been a caller for eons. Bob's a friend now, became a patient, was at some of our nutritional studies, and he's been a caller for, gosh, I don't know, 15, 20 years maybe longer. I also want to mention all of you out there that are trying to get in shape. A lot of you guys and gals listening are not getting into shape as quickly as you would like. You can still pinch a couple of inches, right? You're in the gym working out. You're 40, 50, 60, 70 years of age. You're working out in the gym and you're not getting the gains that you want, but you're really busting your ass. Excuse my French. You're busting it, and you're still not making the gains that you did when you were 20 and 25 and even 30. So I created something for you guys called Fortifeye Fit. I take it, and my strength is what it was when I was 25 now. And Fortifeye Fit is $45 a container. It has 10 sports nutrition nutrients in it. But for this pandemic and for another few months, I'm running a really good deal for all of you. It's called the Fit Bundle. The Fit Bundle is giving you 3 of the Fortifeye Fits for $99. If my math is correct, that nets it down to $33 a jug. $33 a jug. Basically, I'm breaking even almost, okay? We have to charge you for shipping for that. However, we won't charge you for shipping if you do the 15% off and free shipping code that goes up at the top of the page, but you got to buy 2 of those bundles to be over $150. But then you're getting well over 50% discount. So Fortifeye Fit bundle is $99. You're getting 3 of the Fortifeye Fits. So it's a really good deal for those of you. Remember, this is a pre-workout and post-workout. You take it before you work out, you take it after you work out, and it works. All the science is underneath Fortifeye Fit. Go and look at all the science. You will be amazed. It does work. I guarantee it. If you don't like it, something isn't good about it, you don't like the taste or anything like that, I'll give you your money back. It's simple as that. Never going to stick anything to anybody if they don't like it. All right, phone lines are open. If you got a question, give me a call. I'm Dr. Michael Lange of Fortifeye Vitamins and the Lange Nutrition Center, as well as the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. And the number to call me now on the 4th of July is 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Before we take the next call, I see somebody chiming in on YouTube just asking me, what is the best artificial tear for dry eye? That's interesting. But I can tell you, the best I used to call Oasis Tears Plus, and I still like Oasis Tears Plus. But a new first place, in my opinion, is Fresh Coat. Fresh Coat replenishes all 3 layers of the tear film. It's preservative-free, and it's in a dropper bottle instead of the individual vials, but yet is still preservative-free. It's called Fresh Coat. You can get it through your doctor's offices. Some drugstores are carrying it. It's jacked up at the price of the drugstore. We sell it online at Fortifeye.com. I think it's $29, which is significantly cheaper than you can buy it over the counter. So Fresh Coat is my number one choice for artificial tears for dry eye. You can use it as much as you want. It will not harm you. All right, we're going back to the phones. Let's go to Steve in Bradenton, another good caller. Steve, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Doctor. Happy 4th to you.
Thank you.
You know, as soon as you take that car out with no headers, you're going to get a ticket for being too loud. You know that.
It's not street legal. It doesn't even have a driver. It doesn't even have a license plate on it. So I could just put a big cardboard on it saying, feel the need for speed. I'm just going out for some quick beta endorphins.
Probably doesn't have wipers either, does it?
No, it does have wipers. Wipers? You said wipers?
Windshield wipers.
No, it's got wipers because I race in the rain too. So, yep, I got to put rainy day tires on though. I got to take my slicks off because let me tell you, if you're on a racetrack with slicks and it starts to rain, it's like you're on ice. So you got to slow down so you don't wreck your car and die.
How's the car feel when you have the rain tires on there when it's raining? Does it grip pretty good?
Yeah, it really does. You can go amazing speeds. I mean, you'd be surprised, 160 miles an hour in the rain. You brake a little earlier, you come out a little slower, but you can still go pretty fast. But you're more prone to wreck also. You got to have nice wet water grooves in those tires to displace the water. So your track time is definitely a lot less, but it's still fun. It's the great equalizer because the speeds are much closer. You don't have somebody that's 10 seconds faster in the rain usually.
When you mash the gas on a restart or something like that, does the back end want to come out from under you, or does it hold?
Oh no! It definitely will. If you're not depending, especially if you're with a clutch, you got to be able to feather that clutch very easily and be able to control the car. And I don't recommend anybody racing in the wet weather that doesn't have full control over their car because you can wreck very easily. But it's a good idea for people to go to race school because they teach you how to drive in rainy weather. The Bondurant Race School over in Arizona, everybody should go there. I'm going to send my daughter when she turns 15 or 16 to the, she's 14 now. Gives me an excuse to go to race school again too, because they lay down water in a big parking lot and then they put oil in it and they teach you to control the car and you do very well. And so that helps just every day driving in the rain. So everybody should spend a little extra money and go to race school.
That'd be a good thing for her just to learn basic driving on the streets, not even racing, you know?
That's what I mean. And it's great. It's a great gift, for that man or woman that's done everything. You want something a little bit different, go to the Bondurant Race School. You can go 1 day or you can go 5 days.
Probably 5 days would be more comprehensive, huh?
Absolutely. And you get to drive Indy cars too on the 5-day course.
Wow. I know years ago, Bill Elliott took a Indy car and went it just as fast as the Indy driver did, even though he was a NASCAR guy. It was pretty amazing that he would have that skill, you know?
Right, right.
My question today is about macular puckers, and I had that operation some years ago, and I wonder if you ever need a second pucker operation. Can it come loose again?
It can. You know, the vitreous or the gel in the eye can pull any parts of the retina, and you can get what we call an epiretinal membrane. Usually you don't after that surgical procedure, but it is possible. It has to be done or enhanced a second time, just depending. And sometimes they don't need to do surgery. Sometimes they used to use anti-inflammatory drops or injections to help out. But it's possible that a second procedure would need to be done.
Yeah, I think I'm getting in the later stages of that diabetic retinopathy. I'm starting to get blurred and distorted, and things when I go in seem darker than they really are. That's all probably symptoms of that, isn't it?
It could be, but you know, Steve, you got a good team in your corner, so you've been holding pretty stable, you know, for many years. Just keep doing what you're doing, you know, proper diet, exercise, weight control, blood sugar control, blood pressure control, seeing your ophthalmologist or optometrist on per their directions, and, you know, a little positive thought, a little prayer. All of that is very powerful.
Yeah, I just did a blood test and had my semi-annual physical, and all the numbers were within where they were supposed to be, you know?
Good. And what's your hemoglobin A1C and fasting blood sugar typically?
5.9, and in the mornings I'm usually somewhere around 110, 115, and on the sugar test.
You're golden.
Yeah, 5.9, and the time before that it was 6.0.
Yeah, that's not bad. You're doing fine. Just hang in
Anything
there.
Under 7, right?
And don't worry too much, okay?
Yeah, I'm kind of a worry wart anyway. All right, doctor. Thank you very much. I love the show, and I love you being there.
Thanks, Steve, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. How about happy 4th of July?
Yeah, you too. Have fun.
Bye-bye. And while I'm at, why don't I say Merry Christmas, too, and Happy New Year? But it is 4th of July, and everybody should be out there having a great time, safe time. You know, practice your social distancing. Don't hang out in crowds. You know, I was wearing the mask in the beginning of the show, and I had my gloves on in the beginning of the show. I think it's important. You know, there's a lot of controversy about the mask. I'm going to tell you my opinion. I think you need to be wearing the mask, all right, if you're in big crowds, no doubt. If you're in a controlled environment, a concealed environment like the doctor's office, you know, where there's not a lot of fresh air, you need to wear the mask. When you're going shopping, you need to wear the mask. When you're out exercising, you don't need to wear the mask. But you also need oxygen, and I agree. I wear the mask 10 hours a day, and I'm breathing in my CO2. I don't like it. But I also don't want to get the virus, and I don't want to spread the virus. So right now, build your immune system. We'll talk about how, but wear the mask in certain instances. And we had Dean that was on hold, but Dean, you're going to have to call me back. Sorry I didn't get to you. Give me a call back. We're getting ready to go to the next call, 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. We're going back to the phones. I think that's Roger in Clearwater. Roger, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Thank you. The Lectins and Timolo I've been on probably years, but now I'm getting inflammation around the bottom, the bags under the eyes.
Right.
Especially on one eye. How do you differentiate that from an infection?
Well, all right. So a lot of these bags are just age-related, normal process of maturing, okay? And an infection is usually going to be red, inflamed, either itch or have a mucopurulent discharge. And so an infection would be something that your doctor, your local eye doctor, your optometrist or ophthalmologist would have to differentiate. But usually these bags under the eyes are just kind of a normal process of maturing. But sometimes they're related to allergies, okay? Sometimes they're related to dry eye, but sometimes they're related to a virus or even a bacteria. So if you're ever in doubt, you got to get in and see your eye doctor.
I thank you. On the lactase, which you warned against, I'm lactose intolerant. Is the lactase still contraindicated for some odd reason? I don't know.
Well, you know, it's interesting because you have trouble drinking milk. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, the question is it really lactose intolerant, or is it maybe even possibly casein intolerant? You see, most milk has a
How
beta
do we
casein.
know?
So an alpha-1 beta casein that causes you to have this irritable symptoms. The way you can find out, Roger, is actually buy some goat's milk, okay? And drink goat's milk and see if you're okay. If you're okay, then you know it's not the lactose, it's actually the beta casein. And they make a milk called A2 cow's milk that has a A2 cow's beta casein that's much better for the gut than traditional milk. So try drinking some goat's milk, just a little glass of it, and see if you're okay. If you're okay, then you're really not lactose intolerant, because a lot of people are not lactose intolerant. It's the casein that's in the milk that's causing the problems. And that's why I recommend when people eat cheese, only eat goat cheese or Manchego sheep cheese, because there isn't an A2 cow cheese on the market.
Thank you. Well, what are the detrimental effects of the lactase in the diet?
Well, if you're truly lactose intolerant, it's going to cause you to have, irritable bowel symptoms. Okay. It's going to cause you to have bloating and gut problems and problems when you go to the bathroom. But casein is even worse, because casein is associated with leaky gut, diabetes, cancer, and autism. So I'm more concerned about casein than people that are lactose intolerant, because it has more of a potential health problems. And that's why we always recommend, if you do drink milk, goat's milk, sheep's milk, or A2 cow's milk. And the only cheese should be coming from sheep or goats, because there's no A2 cow's milk in the United States that I know of.
Yeah.
All right.
What can we do to mitigate the negative effects of the lactase?
Well, you can have a milk that's lactase has an enzyme in it that some people lactose intolerant don't have enough of that enzyme to break down these proteins. So there are milks like lactate milk that you should be able to drink. So either
that's full of carrageenan and guar gum.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that. So I'm glad you're reading labels. So guar gum isn't as bad, but carrageenan, bad stuff. You got to stay away from that. If you have any milk or ice cream that has carrageenan in it, do not touch it. A lot of vegetarians are eating that because it comes from a red algae, but it's a pollutant to your gut, and it will definitely cause gut problems. So if it carrageenan, a lot of chocolate milk has this carrageenan in it. Do not drink it if it has carrageenan in it. Simple as that.
Thank you. Now, people that are loaded down with the whole grain oats and wheat, what can we do to mitigate those negative effects?
Those are anti-nutrients that I talk a lot about in this program. So you can soak the grains. You got to wash them really good, then soak them overnight, and then boil them, or you sprout them, or you ferment them.
How about if you got the bread already? Soak the bread?
No, don't. You can buy sourdough bread. Sourdough bread's already fermented. It's the only bread that I can allow on my Lange Survival Diet. When you get a chance, Google Lange Survival Diet, and I go into details on this, and I show you what you can eat, what you can't eat, and tell you why. So go to Lange Survival Diet on the internet and check it out.
Got all the other diets have, say, whole grains.
Right. And whole grains are not the best thing in the world for you. These anti-nutrients that are in whole grains are one of the problems. Everybody's bloated and has digestive issues and has inflammation in their body. They're filled with polyunsaturated fatty acids that are very high in omega-6, which is pro-inflammatory. They're filled with lectins. They're filled with xanthins. They're filled with phytic acid and oxalates. I could go on and on and on. So go to my Lange Survival Diet. It has 3 pseudo grains that I allow you to eat. That's amaranth, buckwheat, and quinoa. The quinoa has to be dehulled. And check it out, and then touch base with me next week, okay?
Thank you. If I'm still alive.
Take care, Roger. Bye-bye. I'm a wealth of nutritional knowledge. All right, let's go back to the phones. I think we've got Ed and St. Pete on hold. Ed, good morning. Welcome to the program.
How you doing?
All right, and yourself?
Pretty good so far, yes.
So what can I do for you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I've got PSA that has been going up. It went to 8, then last year, and then went to 12, and then went to 16, and this is all within a year. And then he gave me some antibiotics, went down to 12.9, and then 2 months later now it's up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 2 biopsies, no sign of cancer. 1 MRI, no sign. But it's doubling and tripling. Just had a blood test, and my alkaline phosphatase was 34, which I guess will start at 39, so it's low. But is there something I should be eating or doing, or is it something?
Well, that's interesting. I mean, the good news is, the biopsies are negative. Now, the question is, did they biopsy enough areas, and did they just miss it? How old are you?
72.
Yeah, you're still young. So I'll tell you a quick little mini story. My dad, well, he's dead now. He died last year, but he died at 90, and his PSA has been between 20 and 30 for the last 25 years, okay? And he was, diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer years ago, even though his biopsies were negative as well. And so my dad was a physician, a rheumatologist, and he said, well, I'm not going to see you, urologist anymore after that. And he didn't die of prostate cancer, but it's interesting. He used to bike a lot, all right? And when he stopped road biking and went to a recumbent bike, his PSA levels dropped in half. And so that little pointy seat from biking, we think, was one of the reasons potentially causing his PSA levels to go up. And remember, I'm not a urologist by any means, but all I can say is from my dad's standpoint, his PSA, for 20 some odd years was between 20 and 30. And he died, at 90, and he didn't die from cancer. He fell out of the bed and hit his head and had an aneurysm, had a bleed in his brain. And so, he'd be alive and kicking and biking today if he hadn't fallen getting out of bed and, crushed his skull. So, finding a good urologist that is in tune with all of this, I think, is important. I think eating a diet that is going to be anti-inflammatory, okay, getting rid of all the junk that's in our diet that potentially aggravates everything, every organ in our body, including your prostate, is a good idea. And I really push the Lange Survival Diet. So go to the Lange Survival Diet, and you'll find after you're on it for 5 days, you feel a lot better. And I'm not saying it's going to lower your PSA, but I have many patients that all inflammatory markers in their body, C-reactive protein, arachidonic acid, things like this, even sedimentation rates have gone down when they got on the Lange Survival Diet. So, I would follow your directions of your urologist and your primary care physician, but I would start implementing the Lange Survival Diet immediately and see how you do.
Yeah, I quit bike. All I do now is golf 3 days a week. Don't know if that's some pressure or not. Or
yeah, I don't think golfing is. I mean, anything that pushes down there, like biking, would be something you'd have to be concerned about. But you can play golf all day long.
Okay, yeah, I did biking for a while, then I quit because of that.
Right. Yeah, a recumbent bike. So I don't ride my road bike anymore. I still mountain bike a little bit, but you're standing up a lot when you're mountain biking. So I bought a recumbent bike, or Barchetta carbon fiber recumbent bike, and it's like you're sitting in a lazy boy, and it hits muscles totally different. So there is no pressure down there near the boys. So you may want to consider that, because biking is great exercise. It's low impact on your joints, and it's amazing. So you still want to improve that circulation and get that cardiovascular exercise.
Yeah, mine was all in the gym while I was riding it also.
All right. So
all right.
Keep me posted, and good luck.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host. The phone number is 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. And we're going to go to Gene in Ocala. Gene, thanks for holding. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I have a cataract surgery scheduled for next week. I'm 66. I'm going to Ocala Eye in Ocala. And I want to know if I get LASIK surgery at the same time.
No, you can't. So
No,
first they'll take your cataract out, okay? And
right.
then if you don't have the vision you want after cataract surgery, let's say you're still farsighted or still nearsighted or still have astigmatism, then after after your eye heals, they can go and do LASIK surgery afterwards, as long as your eyes aren't too dry. Okay. So as we get older, our eyes tend to get drier. So it's a good idea for you to be taking a good omega-3 like our Fortifeye Super Omega Max, and taking a good lubricating eye drop like the one I talked about earlier called Fresh Coat.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure your eyes are not dry.
Okay.
But ideally, a good cataract surgeon will be able to give you great vision after your cataract is removed, so you don't have to even consider having LASIK surgery, okay?
I won't need glasses?
Absolutely. If you tell them you want to have the best distance vision possible, with today's technology, they can get rid of your nearsightedness, your farsightedness, and your astigmatism. And if you have enough money, you can have a multifocal implant put in that allows you to see up close as well. So now you got distance and near, but, all of those bells and whistles cost a little extra.
Right. How much are we talking about?
Well, I mean, I think most ophthalmologists for a multifocal lens are charging between $6,000 and $7,000 for both eyes.
Oh boy!
Yeah, so that's a lot. You can buy a lot of reading glasses, but you can buy a lot of reading glasses for that amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Social Security, so I have a Part D Medicare plan.
Yeah, you want to go in and just have the regular traditional procedure that's covered by your insurance, okay? That's covered by Medicare. You don't need all the other bells and whistles, and maybe you still need a weak pair of glasses afterwards. But you're going to have a lot better vision once the cataract's removed.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
All right. Good luck. Take care, and happy 4th of July. All right. I'm Dr. Michael Lange, your host. We're getting ready to take another call in just a second, but not quite yet. I want to mention a couple other things. You saw me a little while ago, and I'm going to put it back on, wearing a mask. I'm putting it on now. I'll be a little muffled. This is a new generation mask that actually is made in England. It's not made in China. And as you see, it's quite stylish. It's kind of a dark navy blue, almost black color. And it's made of a material that actually has antimicrobial properties. So if bacteria hits it and, parasites hit it, it actually is supposed to kill it. And it has multiple layers, and then it has a filter that you can replace inside it. And I think they come with 10 filters. The new ones are only going to come with 6 filters. So this is what I wear when I see patients, because it goes all the way around the face. It totally protects everywhere. There's no leakage. It's not made in China. It's made in England. And it has a filter that lasts 40 hours, and it comes with 10. Later, it's only going to come with 6. I think they're cutting corners. So we have these on our website at fortifeye.com, and they're washable. I've already washed this one a couple of times. So these things last a year. So they're only $30. You'll save a lot of money, because an N95 filter is costing $10, and those you're supposed to throw away every day. So that price adds up. So check these out on fortifeye.com. That's FORTIFEYE, fortifeye.com. Remember to check out my Lange Survival Diet at drmichaellange.com. Go to the blog section, and you can see the new revised Lange Survival Diet. Also, early next week, probably the end of Monday, I'm going to have the new blog I just wrote last night on weight loss, okay? So it talks about everything to help you lose weight, and it's a combination of the Lange Survival Diet along with a weight loss bundle that you can buy right now at fortifeye.com. It's a dramatic discount. The weight loss bundle has the superfood, the protein, the enzymes, and the probiotics. And that is going to be 1 meal replacement each day. So you use it for breakfast, lunch, and supper, but alternate. And then the other 2 meals, you use the Lange Survival Diet. And I have many people losing a pound a day, but this is healthy weight loss. Remember, we're going to talk in a minute about calories aren't all the same. Empty calories versus nutritional-fied calories help you lose weight faster. All right, but let's go back to the phones. Steve in Clearwater. Good morning, Steve.
Yeah, you were talking about the goat's milk, and I think one advantage of it is if you milk a cow, you get the cream comes on top and the milk goes below. But if you milk a goat, there's no cream level. It's because it's naturally homogenized with phospholipids.
Right.
And so it might be to his advantage if you take if goat's milk with a little bit of astaxanthin or your carotenoids, your lutein and all that, it might be actually to help you, especially if you don't have a gallbladder, absorb those. So
Right.
it might have other advantages too. So
That's a very, I'm glad you brought that up. And, there's some studies out, and I don't know the exact reason why, but that milk, something in the milk, whether it is the casein or the whey or the fats, and you might know this answer, Steve, but something in the milk allows the carotenoids to absorb better. So I always tell people if they're taking their Fortify Focus or their MacuHealth or anything like that, to be taking it with milk, but with A2 cow's milk or goat's milk, or eat some goat's cheese or sheep cheese with it.
yeah, that's cool. And I have one non-eye question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we call 4th of July by the date? We don't call Christmas the 25th of December, and we don't call Columbus's birthday the October 12th. So why do we refer to Independence Day as the 4th of July?
I don't know. You got me.
Okay. Think about it. Okay.
All right. Now we'll think about that.
Okay.
All right, Steve. Take care. Bye-bye. And if anybody wants to call me and let me know that answer, I don't know. Maybe it's the same reason we call my birthday September 15th. The things that make you go, All right. We probably got time for another call or two. 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. A lot of you take advantage of the Lange Nutrition Center that's in Ocala. That's right on State Road 200, 1 mile off the interstate at I-75 on the left, right across the street from the Paddock Mall. You can't miss it. It's my old Lange Eye Care building. It says Lange Nutrition Center on the sign. You go upstairs. They have Here More Medical Center in there with Michael Moore upstairs as well. And we may have a big retina center upstairs soon too. Just planting that seed. But the Lange Nutrition Center is up there, and Doc Hall hails from the Lange Nutrition Center. So Doc Hall is there 5 days a week, and he's a wealth of knowledge. He's an expert in nutrition. He's a certified sports nutrition specialist as well. He's an icon in the sports nutrition industry. And so you can go and see Doc Hall at no charge, all right? This is my company. If I say it's free, it's free. You cannot go in any nutrition center in the United States and see a clinical nutritionist with the credentials that Dr. Hall has and for free and have a nutritional consult that I know of. So we're doing that currently at the Lange Nutrition Center. You can call for an appointment. You can walk in, and if he has time, he will certainly sit down and discuss things with you. I mean, he'll do a body mass index and all of this for free. So go to the Lange Nutrition Center, talk with Doc Hall, say hello to Matt, say hello to Danny and Miss Nita and the whole gang there. And we're there to help you guys out during this pandemic and help you kickstart your immune system, keep your immune system healthy. Many things you can do with your immune system. Number one, drink plenty of water. I've been drinking Wata water. We have that at the Lange Nutrition Center and Lange Eye Institute usually. Wata water is the only polarized positive charge water on the market. It's really good, and I think it has some really interesting and exciting science behind it. So I drink a lot of this Wata water. Also, sunshine, very important to get vitamin D. Take your magnesium, take your vitamin D, take your B12, your vitamin C, a whey protein, like our Fortifeye Super Protein or a grass-fed whey isolate, is very high in many things that boost your immune system. Immunoglobulins, covalent bonded cysteine that converts to glutathione, lactoferrin. There's some exciting studies out there that show that lactoferrin can bind to viruses and keep them from absorbing into the host. So make a smoothie once a day. Give it to your kids, yourself, and your parents and your grandparents. God made a pretty good body if we give it the right fuel. I've got a lot of smoothie recipes that I've put together and Doc Hall has put together on our website. Just go to drmichaellange.com, go to the blog section, and you can see a whole bunch of different smoothie recipes. I put all this together in something that a lot of you have been taking advantage of during this pandemic, and it's called the Super Immune Wellness Bundle. The Super Immune Wellness Bundle has basically everything you need in it. It's got the shaker, it's got the probiotics, it's got the Fortifeye Complete Advanced Nutrition Multivitamin I Vitamin, it's got the superfood, it's got the protein, it's got the newest omega-3, the Fortifeye Super Omega-3 Max, and it comes with a shaker. All of it. It's $129, but that is well over $250, somewhere around there usually. So I've got it marked down significantly. That's our number one immune boosting wellness bundle. I've worked on that forever, and all of this works together. Nothing is contraindicated. It all works synergistically together. So once again, you can read about it, and you look at the science for the Super Immune Wellness Bundle. Remember, if you get 2 of those, you're getting 15% off and free shipping if you use that code that streams at the top of the website at fortifeye.com. But basically, I've got a lot of information on that website. Go to it, look at all the different bundles that we have, and see what fits your lifestyle, your pocketbook, and read the research. So each one of those bundles, I try to put the science-based evidence afterwards, and you can click on it and see the studies and the white papers and things like that. When I develop something, I want to have legitimacy and science behind it so it works. And remember, we're going to get through this pandemic. We are. The main thing is you try to get through it as healthily as possible. Ideally, you don't want to catch the virus. But if you do catch it, don't freak out. You deal with it. It's as simple as that. I'm not real happy with what's been going on. I'm not real happy with the government not talking about ways to boost your immune system. I mean, they should be talking about getting fresh air, exercising, vitamin D from the sun, vitamin C, hydration, zinc, magnesium, B12. They should be talking about this. They should have somebody interviewed on the news talking about the powers of whey protein. But remember, all whey protein is not created equal. So you need to have grass-fed, non-denatured whey protein isolate or concentrate. It doesn't matter, but it's got to be non-denatured. That means it hasn't been altered with heat or acid, and it has to be grass-fed. That means the ratio and the fat for the omega is higher in omega-3 than omega-6. All right. Let's see. We do have time for a call. 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. So when we're talking about dry eye, I always tell people there's a system that you can do for dry eye. And that dry eye is a combination of things that you can do to help. Number one, we heat the lids up. That makes the gunk that's in your meibomian glands liquefy and come out. So we heat up the meibomian glands. We clean the lids, all right? And I like using OcuSoft foam. So we heat them and we clean them right before you go to bed. We nutrify the glands. The new Fortifeye Super Omega Max is the number one thing for nutrification of the meibomian glands to help with dry eye. Then we can add Fortifeye Focus, and we can add GLA to it. That's the triple whammy against dry eye. And I put that all together in something called Fortifeye Advanced Dry Eye Therapy. But I always say start with just the Fortifeye Super Omega Max first, 2 per day for the first month. So now we heat them, we clean them, we nutrify them, all right? And then we use artificial tears as needed. I like Fresh Coat the best. Oasis Tears is my second best choice. You can get those at fortifeye.com. Many eye doctors carry them. Some drugstores carry them as well. And remember, hydration is crucial. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water on a daily basis. Drink a good water like Wata water or at least spring water. Do not drink purified water. It's too acidic and it's leached of minerals. Then, let's say you still have these blocked meibomian glands and you still have chronic dry eye and swollen lids. Then come on over to the Lange Eye Institute and ask to have a procedure done called iLux. iLux is an FDA-approved procedure that actually opens your meibomian glands. It's painless. It takes about 15 minutes to do. We do it in kind of like a spa setting. And what it is, it's a little machine that grabs your lids and it heats up both sides of your lids and then squeezes them gently. So it empties all the garbage that's inside these glands, the meibum, the viruses, the mites, the mite eggs, the bacteria. And it opens the glands up so you secrete a much healthier tear film. It's called iLux. It's my favorite procedure for people that have already tried the other things I mentioned for dry eye. Now, there's also one other step. People that have chronic dry eye and their corneas are very dehydrated, and you've got this, what we call superficial punctate keratitis, dry spots all over. You ask to have a stem cell enhanced amniotic membrane put on your cornea. This is covered by your insurance. There's a variety of them out there. There's moisture ones and there's dry ones. We have all of them available at the Lange Eye Institute in the Villages. So we are a dry eye center. We do everything for dry eye. We always take a natural approach first before we do any procedures like the iLux. And the iLux isn't covered by insurance, but it's not that bad. It's $599. Some people are charging $1,000, some of the doctors. So let me give you the phone number for the Lange Eye Institute. It's in the Villages, Florida. The Lange Eye Institute's about 25,000 square feet. We've got a lot of other medical disciplines inside the Lange Eye Institute. Also, we have retina upstairs, podiatry upstairs, dentistry, a lot of other great medical providers at the Lange Eye Institute. The phone number for the Lange Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. Last Wednesday, we stayed till 8. So I'm going to have 1 week, one night a month that I'm going to stay there till 8 for those of you that are working late and can't get in. So we're going to start out one night a month until 8 o'clock, and then we'll probably go to 2, 3, or 4 nights a week if we're busy enough for that. So come see me at the Lange Eye Institute. If you're not happy with your eye doctor, Dr. Lori Caputi is one of my associates. She's great as well. Remember to go to the Lange Nutrition Center in Ocala. See Dr. Hall there. He's a wealth of knowledge, and you can get your vitamins and proteins and things there. Or just go online at Fortifeye.com. That's Fortifeye, Fortifeye.com. And we've got 53 seconds left. So that clock countdown is working. I'm so excited. So the phone number for Fortifeye Vitamin is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. Remember, check out all the new bundles I've got going right now. I put this together for all of you during this pandemic. You know, I'm not like the mask companies jacking up their masks 1,000%. We're actually discounting everything now. So check out all the really cool bundles for your immune system, weight loss, and building muscle at Fortifeye.com. That's Fortifeye, Fortifeye.com. With that, I got 7 seconds, so I'm going to put my mask on, my sunglasses, and get the heck out of Dodge. Have a great day and happy 4th.